words does not secure the love. Action secures the love. Only your love for one another and your integrity to make your commitment real can do that. I would like to offer the words of author William A. Peterson in The Art of Marriage, who I feel has captured in words the essence of that commitment. I will hope you keep his words upon your heart again and again. The little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with a honeymoon. It should continue throughout the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together to face the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo. It is not expecting the wife to wear the wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility and patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. I would like to ask Jerry Gates and Cathy to come up here to speak at this ceremony. They've been asked to speak.
So, Cathy, we've been asked to speak at Doug and Cathy's wedding.
Yeah.
And this is probably, we ought to prepare before we actually speak.
That would be a good idea. Yeah, that would be a good idea.
So, you know, since we've been married for a while,
A really long time.
and it wouldn't be bad to maybe dispense some good advice to them, some wisdom.
Yeah.
You go for
I
that?
agree. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so let's maybe just talk through what the kinds of things that we think maybe
Okay.
we've learned.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me start. So I think the thing that's really important in marriage is that the partners really view each other as friends.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and that there's the sharing of the common things in life, and really sharing some things like the love of the outdoors,
Right.
and maybe things like photography and fly fishing and backpacking and you know, that kind of thing.
That
And I
would be
think,
good advice.
yeah. And I think too, another important thing is to draw around, you know, like we do, a nucleus of friends that we have long, hilarious dinners and drink wine and make wiseacre remarks to each other. And, you know, just and
But you know what?
what?
They already do that.
Oh,
So
they do.
They don't need that advice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you know,
they
one
do.
thing I was thinking about
Oh, what's that?
is I think a real key thing in a marriage is being kind and
Huh?
respectful to each other. You
Yeah,
know,
that would be.
a
Yeah.
lot of
okay,
couples
that's
get
good.
really snarky and icky with each other
Yeah,
after a while.
yeah.
And we made a vow that we would be kind to each other, and it's been
We did.
really important
It's been,
to us. So
yeah.
I think that's good advice.
Yeah, but you know what?
Well,
I think they already do that. I think they've already got that figured out.
so what are we going to say?
Okay, well, this other thing kind of popped into my mind. So, okay, one other thing here. And that is that I think that it's really important to live in a sense of reconciliation
Oh,
with each
Yeah,
other.
yes.
And
yeah,
so to me that means that, you know, the little things that are annoying,
yeah, which
and they,
there's-
you know,
there are the little things that
There are.
Yeah,
and it's that ability to overlook them.
right, exactly.
Yeah, but when these things get big and they can't be overlooked,
Yeah,
then there's got to be a way of going to the other person and say, look, I apologize
Yeah.
for my part in this,
yeah,
and will you forgive me?
yeah. That's really. Oh, it's so hard to
Yeah,
do
that's
though.
hard.
But you know, it's really important, and we've learned that over the years.
The hard way, that's
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but Cathy, you know what? I think they've already got this figured out.
Well, Jerry, then what?
Well, you know, we were both going to try to find some little thing to read.
Oh,
So
yes.
did you come up with something?
I did.
Okay.
And it's
Wow.
something that I really think fits you guys really well. This is from Union by Robert Fulghum, which you may already know it. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. I hope I don't cry. I might cry. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes. Indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or your truck, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will, those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Doug and Cathy, Jerry and I bless you and pray for a lifetime of happiness for you. Did you find something that you liked?
Yes, I did. This is, as it happens, this is from an old poem by Longfellow, and it's from a long poem called Song for Hiawatha, and it seems befitting of this place and the company. Come, join us in celebration, those who love sunshine on meadows, who love shadow of the forest, love the wind among the branches and the palisades of pine trees, and the thunder in the mountains whose innumerable echoes flap like eagles in the eyries. See the two figures, man and woman, standing hand in hand together, with their hands so clasped together that they seem in one united. And the words thus represented are, I see your heart within you. Let us then sing with songs of love and longing. Now, let us feast
and be more joyous.
So I guess this means I don't have to read this.
Oh, is it in there?
It was in there. How perfect thing. You know,
How perfect.
I don't need to hear myself talk that much. It's okay.
We didn't.
Doesn't hurt to hear it twice.
Oh,
It's true.
I love Match.com. And what I love more was that you, Doug, were at a time in your life when you were about to be a vagabond to loosen your moorings, as you said. And Cathy said she wanted to go with you. Trepidatious in the beginning, I'm sure. But you said day followed day, week followed week, and month followed month. And what you found out was it was Cathy who had the true vagabond heart, while your umbilical cord stretched way into Seattle. Cathy, you said one of the funniest moments together so far is when you got into bed with a guy wearing a kerchief. Now my question was, who was that guy and what was he doing in your bed? You weren't very specific. You also told me that Doug was a bit of a scofflaw. I had to look that up because I'd never heard that word before. And this is what I found in Wikipedia. Scofflaw is a noun coined during the Prohibition era meaning a person who drinks illegally.
Oh my God.
It is a compound of the words scoff and law, meaning one who mocks or ridicules the law. This meaning has since been extended to describe one who flouts any law, especially those which are difficult to enforce, particularly traffic laws. Just wanted to let you know who you're marrying. Just saying. Cathy and Doug, you sent me 3 books. They were called Wandering with Modi, all of them. In those books, you have captured the essence of what your relationship is really about. Sitting under arches in the Alabama hills, exploration, mountains, shadows, laptops in a tent, soaking in a Long Valley caldera hot tub, sunsets in Utah, and most of all, love. Those books are all about how much love the two of you have for one another, your love of the planet, and for living your lives the way it was meant to be lived. Wherever the two of you are together, that is where you will call home. Your turn. I'm gonna step aside.
I might have to refer to my notes. But one of the great things about getting married at our age is that you don't have to worry if your partner's going to love you when you're old and gray. At least for me, gray. I don't know, are you ever going to be gray, Cathy Mack? Because I know you're never going to be old. A little while ago, a friend of ours who's had more than a little experience with marriage asked us, why are you guys going to do this? I mean, you have a great life together, and what will it change for you guys? And there are a lot of reasons why we wanted to get married, but really, honestly, the first one is we really wanted to have this wedding. A whole lot. It did a whole lot. I think, for me, I think a lot of times this is, it's a celebration of second chances in life, and second chances and new beginnings. And there isn't a day that goes by, honestly, that Cathy and I don't say aloud to each other just how lucky we are to have found each other at this time. Because there are so many people our age who are alone and lonely and waiting for time to pass. And they're but for fortune. And when you have that kind of great good fortune, it's appropriate and a wonderful thing to be able to celebrate it and give thanks for it, and what better place and what better way to do it than here with you folks. Which brings me to this another reason for having this wedding, and it's you. You are going to be part of this marriage for a long time, for better or for worse. And when Cathy and I come to you and talk about our lives together, for better or for worse, remember this time when we promised to love each other and take care of each other, and remind us, if it's needed, about our promise. You know, that those of you, and it's most of you who have been with us, been our friends for a long time, know how incredibly important your friendship and support has been to us, how much we need it. And that's not changed, you know. That will never change. We need you in this with us. So, and the last thing I want to say is just really kind of quickly how this came to be and how I came to fall in love with Cathy. And that really won't take long to tell you that. As Stacy alluded to it, and as you all know anyway, I mean, our life together at first was pretty unconventional. You know, to be concise, we lived in a tent. And, you know, at that time in my life, it was very important to me to have that way of life for a while. And Cathy decided she wanted to do that too. But I had my doubts. Cathy and I are really different people. And when I met Cathy, you know, she was a suburban mom who liked garage sales, and liked her widescreen TV. Unfortunately, she liked me. And so we went ahead and we did this. And the first thing, imagine, if you will, our first trip together in the middle of February here in the Eastern Sierra. Our little tent is pitched at the base of Mount Whitney, and not surprisingly, since it's February, it starts snowing during the middle of the night. And I wake up and I reach out and feel snow. And then I start to fret, and I say, Cathy, it is really snowing hard, and I don't really know, much about this place. I'm concerned that maybe the road won't be passable when we go to leave in the morning. And Cathy said, oh, but think how beautiful it's going to be.
Wow. Yeah.
I think that's probably the first time that I started to fall in love with Cathy. And it didn't take long. It was just the next day when I heard another thing about Cathy. And we were in the little town of Lone Pine, and the day had turned kind of gray and snowy and slushy and kind of dispiriting. And I had to make a call to my bank. And the conversation there was kind of also discouraging and a little embarrassing. And I told Cathy about it, and I said, well, now you know what you're getting into. And Cathy just said immediately, I'm with you no matter what. And what I've learned day after day and week after week and year after year is that she really is with me, no matter what. Cathy, you are the girl that wakes up with a smile every morning. You're the woman with the genius for being happy and making other people around you happy because of your spirit and your kindness. I have learned so much from you, and your lessons to me are wordless lessons that are woven into the fabric of every day. I am so grateful for all the time we've had together, in the mountains and the desert and our new home. I love you deeply, and I really think we should get married. So,
I think I should just give him the rings and have
it's all Stacy.
Okay. That was beautiful. Okay. Cathy and Doug, will you now give and receive these rings? Yes. Good answer. The wedding band dates back to the 17th century BC in Egypt, where the ancients were reminded by the circle of eternity, eternity having no beginning and no end. The placement on the left finger symbolizes a connection directly to the heart. A circle is a symbol of the sun and the earth and the universe. It is a symbol of holiness and perfection and of peace. In these rings, it is a symbol of unity, in which your lives are now joined in the unbroken circle, in which wherever you go, you will always return to one another in your togetherness. Doug, I'm going to give you Cathy's ring. Will you please place this on her ring fingers and look at her and repeat after me? I, Doug, take you, Cathy,
I, Doug, take you, Cathy,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
my constant friend,
my constant friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my love from this day forward.
and my love from this day forward.
In the presence of God,
In the presence of God,
our family and friends,
our family and friends,
I offer you my solemn vow
I offer you my solemn vow
to be your faithful partner
to be your faithful partner
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
and in joy as well as sorrow.
and in joy as well as sorrow.
I promise to love you unconditionally,
I promise to love you unconditionally,
to support you in your goals,
to support you in your goals,
to honor and respect
to
you,
honor and respect you,
to laugh with you
to laugh with you,
and cry with you,
cry with you,
and to cherish you
and to cherish you
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Okay. Cathy, please repeat after me. I, Cathy, take you, Doug,
I, Cathy, take you, Doug,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my constant friend,
my constant friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my love from this day forward.
and my love from this day forward.
In the presence of God,
In the presence of God,
our family and friends,
our family and friends,
I offer you my solemn vow
I offer you my solemn vow
to be your faithful partner
to be your faithful partner
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
and in joy as well as in sorrow.
and in joy as well as in sorrow.
I I promise to love you unconditionally,
I promise to love you unconditionally,
to support you in your goals,
to support you in your goals,
to honor and respect you,
to honor and respect you,
to laugh with you,
to laugh with you,
and to cry with you,
and to cry with you,
and to cherish you
and to cherish you
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Yeah, one.
You want to hold the flowers?
I pray that you, Cathy and Doug, are kept safe throughout this day, that you live as holy as you can, that you see things that you have not seen before, and that more of them are beautiful than not, more of them delightful than not. I ask that you hold easily in your hands the balance of the earth and the sky, that you laugh and cry, know freedom from restraint, some joy and some sorrow, much of life and little of death. I ask that you are grateful for the gift of your being, and I pray that you celebrate your life in the proper way, with grace and humility, wonder and contentment, in the strong, deep current of your spirit's voice. I ask that you are happily in love in the dawn, and that you are more deeply in love in the dusk. Always bring out the best in each other, never shy away from who you are to one another, and always be each other's peace of mind. With the power invested to me by the state of California, I now pronounce you, Cathy and Doug, husband and wife. You may kiss your beautiful bride.
Huzzah.
That's okay.
You can all sing if you want. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.